Hello, hello. I hope you are well. Welcome to the daily 1 hour political tarot readings on the Black and Orange channel. Yay! I am known as Autumn around here, and this is my snoozy co-host, the positive energy generator, Boo Boo Zangiri. He's adorable. Just to let, first of all, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much to our mentors. You are our mentors. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? I'm, not even 30 seconds in. The people who protect us here. The moderators. Oh, Mercury in retrograde. I'm just going to blame everything on that. Thank you to our moderators. Really appreciate it. And thank you for being here. If you're watching this in replay, you can go down to the first pinned comment, or you can look in the description box, and it should be a list of the questions covered today, and you can just click on the number and go to whatever you are interested in. This is just political stuff, I'm afraid. I don't do personal readings, but all right, we've got it going on. If you have a question, do put it in the chat in all caps. Whatever's in all caps, I assume you're speaking to me, and if it's not in all caps, you're speaking to other people, which is great, because everybody here is really friendly and kind to each other, for which I am eternally grateful. And lastly, all income that comes into the channel, take 10% of that, and it goes to feedingamerica.org. It supplies food to food banks across the country, which is very useful. It's an ongoing thing. It's built into the business, as twere. And yeah, I think that's about it. I just watched Randy Rainbow's Cover Your Freaking Face. Very, very cute. Very cute. Highly recommend. Yes, and if he could just, yeah, put on the, I think he finished, I don't want to give anything away because there's so many good little parts of it, but he ends it with, yeah, put a paper bag over that. Talking to Trump. I like it. I like it. All right, everybody. Okay, so let me go down here and I will do a little, let's see, because I'm going to put the time stamping down here. Stop time stamping in progress. And the Kremlin's denying the bounty nonsense, not even nonsense, cruelty, act of war, you know, the huge from Putin. Trump is saying he didn't know, which means he's either staggeringly incompetent or he's a traitor. And I realize that technically treason is only if you're actively at war with another country, but if they're killing our soldiers, I think that's close enough, don't you? Okay, all right, I'm going to scroll up to the top here. I'm going to look for anything in all caps. Cat Shepherd, good morrow, friends. I love that. Good morrow, friend. With the fantastic emojis. Love it. All right, looking. Just cover your freaking face. Was Trump, okay, Clotho, was Trump getting a cut of the, oh my gosh, a cut of the bounty? See, I shouldn't have to read on this stuff. It shouldn't even be a possibility. It's going first on the list. Okay. Well, Donnie's asking, will SCOTUS rule against Trump on his taxes? Well, let's double check on that, because I think that's what we're waiting for. Oh, Cat Shepherd, the purple hearts and the kitty. It's so pretty. So pretty. You guys do amazing stuff with these emojis. Okay. Head it back up here. Did I miss? Oh, no, I wasn't. Okay. You know, I can jump right in and I'll just, oh, is there a spy in the Trump camp? What kind of spy? Gene, what do you have in mind? Need somewhere to put I'll just put my paper back over here. Okay, sorry, I was reading while I was waiting. What's talking to me today? Yeah, Aquarian. Sorry, back to the Aquarian. Is hope a spy? No, I've actually read on that before. I've never gotten that. I'm sorry. She's the willfully naive. She's not actually naive. She's willfully naive. She's got this learned helplessness thing going on. I'm pretty and beautiful and I like married men. Yeah, that. But I've never gotten anything more than that from her energy, to be honest. Okay. How will Susan Collins do on her election? She got very mocked on Twitter over Kavanaugh. I know that Stephen King, who is kind of the patron saint of Maine, can't stand her. So, okay. I mean, seriously, he could pretty much buy and sell Maine at this point, couldn't he? He could buy and I don't mean that anything against Maine. I mean, he could buy and sell any state he wanted to, and he loves Maine, and he sets all his books in Maine, so shouldn't we just gotta do what Stephen King wants? I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. I always thought it was interesting that I want to say, unless I'm mistaken, isn't Dean Koontz in California? And it's like they have to keep them as far apart as possible because the intersection of what they create would create some kind of dystopian hellscape made manifest. So they have to keep them on either sides of the country. Again, kidding. Iran issued an arrest warrant on Trump and asked Interpol to help. What? And a couple of you were telling me about it. What? Iran, we've been trying to arrest him for years now. What makes you think you got any chance, bucko? That's all we do. That's all this channel talks about. Get in line. There's a line. It's not even a raffle, it's a line. Get in line. Oh, hope is everyone's friend. Yeah, Dave, I hear ya. Oh, Lisa. Oh, lots of kitty faces and sunbeams. Kitties and the sunbeam, one of the cutest things in the world. Harry's mom. Hello. Hello from America to Italy. Harry's mom, the anonymous author, is still in the administration, I think. So that would be the spy. Really? I didn't know that we knew that not the anonymous author was still in the administration. I thought it was belief they'd left, or I don't know. GoFundMe for Bismo saying GoFundMe for send Trump to Iran. Let me see. Where's my wallet? I think we should turn Trump over to Iran. Yeah. What was it? What was the joke about? With Space Force, Trump has talked. Somebody said Trump has talked about going into space. I think that's a great idea. Oh wait, do you think he'll come back? Okay, Greg Scott's asking, will Trump fake an illness as an excuse to walk away and possibly avoid criminal prosecution? And I may have missed a question above that, so I will check. Just a second here. I really am not slighting any. Get in line, yeah. Arrest warrant for the death of the general. Huh. Taxes, Susan Collins, arrest warrant, there, that's the question. whether it is nobler in the mind to face the slings and arrows of the Trump administration, or by opposing in them. I know I just mangled Shakespeare, but bum, 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 bum. Oh, thank you, Kay Nelson. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe, please. Oh, yes, please. Oh, yes, please. Okay, uncover the news. Will the Iran arrest warrant be taken seriously? Will Trump see it as a threat? Will it be taken seriously? No. Will he see it as a threat? It's something to distract. So that might have to move up the priority list, because that's the problem. All right, my tea is slipping. Good morning, Autumn, and Boo Boo Zen Baby. Hello, Water. Hello, Water Grove. He always sound out. DLC, is Justice Roberts upset with the Republicans? He seems to be siding with Democrats. I noticed that. I was quite pleased. Let's read on Roberts, see what's going on there. Oh, I'm looking forward to some of these, let me tell you. I always look forward to spending time with you guys. You're great. But some of these questions, boy, I would be sitting here just reading on these things anyway. When you said in the past, Calabasascal. When you said in the past that Americans would be angry, was it about the Russian bounty? Hey, let's ask. Linda Warner saying, over the drone attack. Okay. Okay, so that would be right there. All right, and I've just about got enough questions. Hello, says Noel. Hello, Noel. Death of the general, get in line. Will Trump fake an illness? I think I added that to the list. It jumped suddenly. I missed stuff. Did 45 RIP Pence for wearing... Did 45 RIP Pence for wearing a mask? I'm getting a read on the other stuff. Get to the... I feel like I'm getting nudged. It's like... So it's absolutely nothing personal, Teresa, I promise. I'm getting a nudge where it's like, put down the tea and read on those two big things. It's like, okay. Okay. All right, I'm just going to scroll down to the Autumn, and I will do as I'm told, as it were. All right, where are we? 13, 14. Let me get through these questions, and then if I have time, I'll answer other questions. I promise. I promise. I would hate to think I'm hurting somebody's feelings or making them feel slighted. I would hate that. I would never do. I would never purposely do that. I would never just blow somebody off. Your question. I know it sounds like one of those things they say in business, but no, really, your question really is important to me. Okay, right, let me start on this list and see what I can get through. Let me just shuffle here for a second. And okay. Was Trump getting, this is terrible. Was Trump getting a cut of the bounty Putin had out on American soldiers? Okay. I might have to hurl my breakfast. Just at the thought of that, just saying those words, just thinking those words. I think it's just a 3-card thing. It feels like, let me see if I can move this back a little bit. Give myself a tiny bit more space. Okay. Was Trump getting a cut of the bounty? No, but Putin thought it was hysterical. Because Putin's a sick blank. Ten of Wands. Make sure you guys can see. The card of the burden. Yeah, the burden of Trump's responsibility that he constantly shirks. Nine of Wands, Queen of Swords, King of Cups. Well, oh goodness, was that lightning? Oh dear. This Queen of Swords. This is Trump has been protected by a wall of Republicans, but there are so many different investigations and things to look into, and the King of Cups is Democrats, because it's cups. Democrats really standing up. Let me turn this light on, see if that helps. Democrats really stepping up and taking control of the situation, because this wall is getting thinner and thinner. There's more and more space between the pillars that are protecting Trump. I don't think he did. I don't think he was getting money directly, but he's gotten so much money from Russia. So much laundered money. It's obscene. Illegal, immoral, and let's go through the 7 deadly sins, because Trump embodies all of them. Okay. Where was I? 17. When you said in the past that Americans... Okay, hang on, 17. Okay. When you said in the past that Americans would be so angry, was it about the Russian bounty? Okay, just sorry, I'm closing my eyes for a second, trying to reach out for this energy. So in the past, Americans are going to be so angry. Was it about the Russian bounty? All right, I can feel the anger. Like huffing and puffing, like spouses telling the other one to calm down or you're going to have a heart attack. Calm down or you're going to mess up your blood pressure. Definite anger. Is it anything specific, or is it a culmination of things, or is it about this Russian bounty on U.S. soldier? See, every time I say that, I just Americans, will it be that just immense anger? Will it be over this Russian bounty situation? At least it's starting to get a tiny bit of traction in the news, but not much. King of Swords. Well, that's the card I used to get for Mueller. Trump's links to Putin. Stuff in the Mueller report, and there's definitely that. 5 of Swords, 8 of Wands, Page of Swords, Ace of Wands, 5 of Cups. Okay. The insult to injury card, which is pretty much describes Trump's political philosophy, adding insult to injury. The Trump doctrine, right there, all in one. There's so much that is going to come against him, that has come against him, that will come against him. So very, 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 very much. Page of Swords at the center, he still thinks he can do whatever he wants. This is him this is how he sees himself in the Rider-Waite deck, because he's a Gemini, so you get the swords. Swords are air signs. You get he can do what he wants. He's It's an immature, selfish. He was a bully then, he's a bully now. Right, so right at the center of this is just his incompetence, his selfishness, his petty blankety blank. An action, this is an action taken, an Ace of Wands. Wands are fire signs. And the first fire sign is Aries, ruled by Mars, which is all about taking action. Well, Ace of Wands is about, this is an action taken, an action begun that causes disappointment. So is that, actually this feels really strong. I said this sign's really strong, I picked it up and this was underneath it. As far as Mueller report stuff. Let me see if I can get any more information on this. Are people going to get more and more upset about this bounty, crime against humanity, vileness? Oh look, the devil card. So I ask a question about this. Will people get more and more upset about this Russian bounty scandal? People get more and more upset about this Russian bounty scandal. Two of Swords, that's decision. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. Got to go back to work. Okay, Uncover the News, thank you for being here. Your great questions. It's already been verified that he knew. Queen of Swords, Four of Wands, Nine of Swords. Oh, that's a lot of stress. That's a lot of grief. Three of Swords, that's heartache. High Priestess. This blankety, President Blankety, he knew. He knew. Oh, Mystic Maria, are my posts not appearing? I'm being ignored by everyone except Sharon. I'm sorry, I just looked up. I'm so sorry. If sorry. I get caught up in what I'm doing here. He knew. He knew. And Nero fiddled while soldiers died. But are people going to get more and more upset about this? And what was that? How do the soldiers feel? Oh, whew, that's a good question. Actually, let me highlight that and put it down there. And there's a question above it. Is the bounty connected to the Turk and Russian invasion of Ukraine that freed enemy combatants? I'm a little slow. I'm not quite understanding how that would factor into what I'm reading on at the moment. But again, when I'm reading, I go into an alpha state, and sometimes it's hard to remember things. And 25. How the soldiers feel and American people. Okay. Excuse me. Just a second. Sorry about that. How do the soldiers feel? Yeah. Oh, Melissa, yes. Also Trump dismissing the concentration camps in China. Oh, that's a good look. Oh, there are not enough swear words to describe Trump. There really aren't. Okay, how do the soldiers feel? How do they feel now? How are they going to feel about the situation and about Trump? Will they dismiss it? Will they just, it's not true? Will they get angry? I realize we're talking about a lot of different people with a lot of different viewpoints, but just on a whole, on average, certainly was the release of THOA, Cynthia. I'm so sorry, I'm lost. I'm so sorry, I don't understand. Shirley, good morning. Autumn, good morning, friends. Hello. Okay, soldiers. Overall, how will the U.S. military react? Matter of fact, how will, I won't ask, but we would also need to worry about foreign military who, when they say, if they can prove that Trump knew and he did nothing, then why would anyone go into battle with us? Why? Renier, I'm with you. I'm Canadian and I'm livid. I'm American, but I'm livid. If any leader sells out his country's military, that's treason. Total and complete treason. Agreed. 100% agreed. All right, military. How is the military going to end up feeling about this? Let me wait on that. It's Four of Swords, but let me wait for a minute. King of Cups. Oh, they're going to look into it. Page of Wands. It's the messenger. Oh, they're definitely. Ten of Pentacles. This is the Trump administration, the Trump dynasty, which are kind of interchangeable. Seven of Swords is the Thief card. King of Wands is Trump as the man. Trump the thief. Democrats are going to, they're going to do it. They are going to act on this. Trump's in power, but he's the thief. Trump the thief, and that was the card of that actually felt like gravesides. Okay, how will the American people feel? I'll ask that again. See if I can get anything more clearly. Sorry, only listening. Love you all. Rita. Oh, hello, Rita. Let's see here. Is this outrage just going to grow like it should, mushroom like it should? How are the American people going to feel? I do not understand how anyone can vote for this guy, how anyone cannot despise this man. I don't get it. Two cards for the reading. Well, oh, sorry. There we go. Okay, I think that's cleared up now. This is investigations. Queen of Swords is usually, I don't mean it to be sexist, this is just how the cards come out, where if it's a King of Swords, it's usually like a special prosecutor or a specific, like a DA or a, whatever it is. Queen of Swords is like groups of investigators, usually very good ones. Groups of investigators, decision to investigate. Demand to investigate. High Priestess, card of secrets. Two of Cups, Democratic partnerships to get to the bottom of it. Knight of Cups, actively trying to get to the bottom of it. Seven of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. It's going to hurt. I'm not getting so much what does the country feel. What I'm getting is kind of what's going to happen. Democrats working together to figure out the secrets, the details, what really happened, what was going on. And then they take that partnership and they act on it, okay? There are a lot of briefings. There are a lot of things that Congress can look at with intelligence to see if Trump was briefed on this. And I think that the Democrats are gonna get a whole lot more smoke screen like they normally get. You're not allowed to have that, you're not allowed to know that, you're not allowed blah, 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 blah. But they can't keep everything. They can't keep all of it secret. This really undermines Republican power, undermines Trump's power. Do I need to do a overloaded Celtic on this? Because it's feeling like there's still more information. Let me just throw 3 cards. Do I need to do an overloaded Celtic on this? Nine of Swords, Two of Wands, the Emperor. Stressing, Emperor, communication, stress. Well, let me run through some of the other questions. Howling at the Moon. Let me run through some of the other questions, and and we may circle back to this if we have time. Who else knew? Yeah, exactly. Yesterday I got that Boris Johnson knew, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do, which is you go, oh, intelligence officials, go make sure you tell the Americans, and then we'll coordinate something. And the intelligence officials in the UK got hold of the American intelligence officials and said, hey, do you know about this? And the US probably said, yes, we knew about it. We know about it already. Or, oh, that confirms something that we thought. And thanks. And then they tried to send it up to Trump. Did it get to Trump? 1 card. 10 of Wands. I've actually gotten this before about this issue. There's a lot given to him, but he is incompetent, and he doesn't pay attention. And if it's anything bad about Russia, he doesn't want to hear it. Was it given to him? Yes. Do you know about it? Yes. But there's all kind of stuff in there, and he talks about he doesn't need to hear the same thing day after day. I'm not a baby. Well, let's stop acting like one. Okay, thanks. Anyway, how is it the Congress wasn't briefed? U.S. briefed the British. Oh, did they? Okay. Very infuriating. Okay, let's go on to how will SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States, how will the Supreme Court of the United States rule against Trump on his taxes? We are at 34 even. 34 even. How will SCOTUS, which is for those outside the country, SCOTUS is the Supreme Court of the United States. How will SCOTUS rule on oversight of Trump's taxes and financial information? How will the Supreme Court rule on Trump's taxes, financial information? Oh, Republicans are so mad at Roberts this morning. Whew. And you know how much Roberts cares? Not at all. He's fed up with Trump. He is fed up with Trump. And he's just doing what he sees as right for the good of the court, good of the country, according to law. That's his thing. Moving on. If I'm not talking about bribes. I'm saying in general, like if there was an expression, sort of like if Trump dropped $100 bill on the ground and told Roberts he could pick it up and keep it, Roberts wouldn't do it. And I just use that as an example. I don't mean there's an actual bribery. I just mean like he wouldn't, because there are a lot of rude things I could do about mention about being on fire, and wouldn't pour water on him to put him out. Roberts wouldn't pour water on Trump to put him out. Something like that. Oh look, it's the moon and the hanged man howling at the moon, and the man yanked up off his feet, suspended. Power suspended. Oh, Rita is Epstein still? Yeah, I saw that Cash Peters video. Was it yesterday? It was interesting. I'm gonna have to look at that. I think he's gone, but I have my own opinion about that. Okay. Supreme Court. How is the Supreme Court going to rule on Trump's taxes? Taxes. Okay, I'll do this. And then I feel like I should do, how is the Supreme Court going to rule on Trump's financial information, like from Mazars and things like that? Mazars, whatever it's called. The accounting firm for Trump Org. 5 of Wands. Okay, so yeah, it's been bickering back and forth, and we have the right to look at them. No, you don't. Yes, we do. Actually, yes, we do. Shall provide. Shall provide to Congress. Not if you feel like it, not no, shall provide. So how is SCOTUS going to rule about Trump's tax return? Well, he's a fool, we know that. 7 of Wands, he's been all defensive. 8 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, Devil. I need more clarification. We know Trump, oh, that's already been litigated. I'll release things after the election. Oh, no, that's already been litigated. Nobody wants to see it. And then when Congress called for it, Mnuchin, who had no business stepping in, stepped in and said, no, you can't have it. So everybody's been stuck. I need more clarification, because there's lots of financial information there, and it's ugly, but is that just about how bad that information is, or is that the other side being able to keep everything hidden? Or is that the corruption coming to light and illegality coming to light, considering it's been reported out that he revalued. He used one value to file his taxes on his properties, and he used a completely different value when he'd go to banks to try to get money from them. That's illegal. Not legal. Knight of Swords. Okay, that's in, well, I think it's investigators, and it's active investigators, okay? What's this Devil? Tower. Death. I think they're going to get Trump's taxes. What do you think? Partnership among Democrats. Yeah, so far we haven't been able to see Trump's taxes. And there's certainly lots of information there. What's going to happen? Devil, Tower, Death. 2 of Cups, partnership of Democrats. Wow. Wow. Epstein is not in the light, by the way. I just saw, glanced up. No, he's in a very, very dark place. Anyway, that's what I've picked up. Anyway, what about Trump's financial information, like from Mazars, the company's information, financials from back before when he was president, other than the taxes, but the actual just records? Sun, Hierophant, 2 of Wands, communication, 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Really? Because I kept getting that the Supreme Court was only going to give us part of what we want. Like, it's just like I kept getting the generosity card, the woman giving out just the candy at Halloween. So she's giving out bits and bits, but she's not giving out everything. But that's bright sunlight, the government being able to see things under bright sunlight. This is the card of communication. That is a happy family of Democrats, and that's, be careful what you wish for. There's so much information. I mean, they're going to have to hire an army of forensic accountants. So that's the separate financial information, but for the taxes, wow. Lots of information. Devil, Tower, Death, 2 of Cups. Man, that's a bad day. It's a bad day for somebody. Let me see. Is there... Let me see what else. SCOTUS. Anything else you can tell us about the Supreme Court rulings on Trump's financial information overall, taxes and records, tax returns and records, because they're in 2 different places. Is there anything else you can tell us? And could we please get on with this? Then again, there is a part of me that wants them to wait until just after Mercury goes direct, so they don't do this in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, because that usually causes some kind of delays or things having to be revisited or something. Just a couple more weeks, and then boom. Anything else you can tell us? Supreme Court, Trump, financial records. Page, excuse me, Page of Wands. All right, that's that's the messenger. That's okay. Knight of Swords, 4 of Cups, King of Cups, the center, Strength, 10 of Wands at the end again. Investigators have tried to get the information. Democrats have tried to get the information. They've been offered bits and pieces, but not enough. On not only Trump's information, but also like the Mueller report and what have you. They've all been stymied. But right in the center of this, suddenly we get the King of Cups. That is Democrats at their full power. And if that wasn't strong enough, the Strength card right up against them. And then being burdened with a huge, forest worth of paper. Here, want the information? Carry this. Ugh. Okay. All right, next. 40, maybe about 45. Susan Collins. Susan Collins. Let me shuffle here for a second. Susan Collins. Oh, wow. I just got this most immense pain in the top of my head. Wow. What was that? I feel like Beeblebrox, or whatever his name was, in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. What was that? Ow. Okay, that was weird. Susan Collins' energy is, everything just started hurting, and I got this horrible pain. Harry's mom's asking if Trump is ordered to release his taxes, will he do it or refuse? He can't refuse. It's over at the IRS. The IRS has to turn it over. I mean, Mnuchin can try to pretend whatever, but no, the committee can say, no, Supreme Court ruled. Hand him over. Will they try something? Who knows? Trump will, but I don't know. I don't know if we'll see. I don't know if even Mnuchin of Versailles would go against the Supreme Court, but you never know. The silver spoon in his mouth did come with a butler. Susan Collins. Just stabbing pain straight down. Down my head, down my shoulder, up here on the right side, neck, shoulder. What the heck is that about? Susan Collins. Has your re-election. Is she up in 2020? Thought she was, but psychosomatic symptom stress. Well, could be. Chariot. Moving. Movement. Change. Movement. Two of Wands, Judgment, Empress right in the center, Nine of Wands, Four of Pentacles. She has some support, but is she low on money? Communicating judgment again. There's a whole lot of ads and social media and things calling her out, but right now she still has her seat. Right now, yes, she is Autumn. Okay, good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Her running into problems, but that does not answer. Is she going to have that seat come February of next year? Will she still have her office, or whatever office they put her in, or however that works? Stephen King is doing all he can to get rid of her, and he's doing a good job on Twitter, says Harry's mom. Oh yeah. She's concerned. She's concerned. All right, well, that's her support thinning and her running low on money. Does that mean she's out this time? Is she gonna lose the election? Oh, quiet as a tomb. That's the card of quiet as a tomb. Sweetie, it's okay. It's okay. You're all right, good boy. You're all right. That doesn't look good for her. That's a Tower card. Queen of Swords. Emperor. what this says. Very straightforward. For what it's worth, do check with other readers. No reader is 100% correct. Not me, not anybody. It's like you look for the consensus. There we go. Tower, Queen of Swords, Emperor. She's going to fall because she fought for Trump. Bye-bye. That's what that's saying. That's what the energy feels like, and there's major change. And of those 4 cards right there, 3 of them are major arcana. Things in capital letters, the bigger forces that either affect more people or they're just fated, but it's a bigger force. Okay. All right, my phone is saying it might, it's down to like 10%, so I have to move along here. Where are we? We are at 50, like 51 and a half. Oh, yeah, 51.30. Iran issued a warrant against Trump. Basically, is Trump going to overreact? How will Trump react, I think, is more the issue than is it a serious thing? Is it embarrassing? Yes. Does it matter? Not really. Okay, Iran issuing a warrant for Trump's arrest. Will Trump react badly? Use it as an excuse. Will Trump use this as an excuse? Two of Wands, or communication. 7 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 10 of Swords right in the middle. He's not going to have time. 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Iran is going to end up in a better place because Trump was president. Basically, they've gone back to breaking the agreement on enriching uranium or whatever else they're doing over there. This is the card of this is the thief. This is all the things coming against Trump politically. And it's a mess. And he's botched all of this, everything. And Iran, meanwhile, is actually in better shape. Meanwhile, Trump is too busy trying to get the political swords out of his back. Thanks, Donald. Okay, where are we? 54. Wait, let's do Justice Roberts. 54. Is Justice Roberts upset with Republicans? I know he's mad at Trump. I can feel that. But well, he would say mad is too strong. Angry is too strong a word. I'm following the law. But he's fed up, I'll tell you that. Justice Roberts, is he mad at the Republicans? Is he siding with Democrats on purpose? Let me see if I can pick up some energy here. Is Roberts siding with Democrats on purpose because he's angry with Trump or the Republicans? Roberts is a very frustrating human being. He and I, we wouldn't get along. We just wouldn't. He has his own little code that he lives by. He believes he has this particular responsibility to the court, and the future of the court, how the court is seen, how it goes down in history, and all of this. I'm not getting like he's evil. I'm not getting that. I'm getting he would frustrate the heck out of me. Kitty bath. Cleaning his tummy like he's an otter. Roberts. Mad at the Republicans? Why are you siding, why have you been siding with the Democrats here recently? Four of Swords. This is decorum. This is quiet. Quiet as a tomb, as in court will come to session, honorable Supreme Court justices, you know, whatever. The whole decorum thing. 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 7 of Wands, 7 of Cups, Strength. I'm having trouble kind of figuring out the energy. These two cards together would be, the Seven of Cups and the Strength card would be the strength of lies, the strength of someone's lies. But this is in the future. Center of it is the card of being on the defensive. So maybe he is feeling some political pressure. I'm not picking up on a lot of that. In the past, I've got the 10 of Pentacles, which is a card of dynasty, and the Ace of Cups, which is overflowing emotion, or the dawn of democratic power over established Republican power. So, why are you doing what you're doing? Because he's obviously maneuvering. What are you maneuvering for? Knight of Pentacles. 6 of Swords, Knight of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. He doesn't like having, he for what it's worth, it doesn't matter because he already had extremists on the court. He doesn't like extremists on his court. And he thinks that things that come to the Supreme Court should be things that are truly, where it is really, really hard to find the balance. And it feels like some of the stuff that's been coming it's just not, it's political. It's been so political, and he wants his Supreme Court to only be spending. They only have so much time, and he wants them to spend time on things that are more an actual problem rather than a political divide. Does that make sense? Harry's mom saying, my gut feeling is he wants to temper Kavanaugh. Does he want to temper Kavanaugh? How do you feel about Kavanaugh? How does Roberts feel about Kavanaugh? Does he want to temper Kavanaugh? And look, it's the Temperance card, everybody. 8 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, the World, King of Cups. I think Democrats are going to have something to say about Kavanaugh in future. I think Roberts believes in fairness. I think that he believes that Merrick Garland should have had a shot, and the Republicans played dirty. He doesn't like that. But Kavanaugh, I don't think it's what Roberts thinks about Kavanaugh. I think it's what the Democrats think about Kavanaugh over the next year or two. I think that's the issue. Okay. And if my phone does not die, 61, let me see. Will Trump fake an illness to walk away, excuse walking away? 60. That'd be 1. Yeah, okay. Will Trump fake an illness as an excuse to walk away or possibly avoid criminal prosecution? All he has to do is stop taking the fun stuff and stop drinking so much apple juice, and I think he would find himself in real problems. Be with you in a second. How you doing? How's your day going? Kitty yoga, yes. You about done? All right, we're just cleaning a thigh. That's okay. Trump faking an illness. Cough, cough, I'm sick. Ten of Pentacles. Bless you. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Bless you, sweetheart. Ten of Pentacles, it's the family dynasty. Four of Cups, Five of Wands, Four of Swords, Queen of Cups, Two of Cups. That's not what I'm picking up. But there's not as much, like, there isn't as much rancor in this card as there usually is. There isn't as much, oh, they're trying to get him to come in to a hearing or whatever after he's out of office. And there's like, a lot of the fight's gone out of it. That's isolation. That's the quiet as a tomb card. And then we have Queen of Cups and Two of Cups. This is Democrats working together in lockstep to go after him. I'm not getting actual tomb, I'm getting quiet as a tomb, which is a whole different thing. Just very extremely quiet. Oh. I don't know. Faking a stroke, Ewad is suggesting. Well, if you try to do that with a judge, my understanding is the judge can say, really? I'd very much like to see your actual medical records, and not but actual hospital records. It's harder to get a hospital to lie for you than one doctor. Only 4 more months, if not sooner. Oh, thank heavens. Thank heavens. Okay, so that's that. Let me just throw a few more cards. If there's anything more to known about the Russian bounty thing, just want to see if there's anything else to pick up. We're waiting for SCOTUS. That's what it feels like. But there's fury about this, understandably. Four of Pentacles. Oh, it will hit his fundraising among the military, if this is proven. Military families. Ace of Swords, Chariot, that is a very quick sort of truth. Sun, things coming out into the open. Knight of Pentacles, people trying to protect him, but that is an action. That is an Ace of Wands. Yeah, that is the beginning of an action. One strong action. What's the strong action? What's the strong action? Okay. Taking down his presidency. King of Pentacles, strength, judgment. The Republicans trying to be all big and tough. Yeah, I wouldn't be big and tough to protect Trump on this one. You guys, you call judgment down on your own heads. Go right ahead. That's your choice. But I wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't. Okay, I had a question. Will the media treat this as they should? Ask Mystic Maria. Will the media treat this as they should? And that is going to be it for me for today. But I will be back tomorrow. I'm here every day. Other than just a few days when I had an emergency, I've been here every single day since the day after Christmas. I will continue to be here for the duration. Eight of Swords. All right, they want to make sure they've got it right before they really go to town. King of Wands, well, that's looking into him. Queen of Wands, well, that's Pelosi. She's not going to let it go. Two of Swords, decision. Hermit, Temperance. It's like they're double checking. They're double, triple checking. They're talking about it, but they're not absolutely going hog wild on it because they need to be absolutely sure. This is not, if it turns around and it turns out that he didn't actually know. They're right now they're being very careful. Will they continue to be? Like, will they actually be able to prove something and then go to town? Ten of Wands. Oh, they are crossing. They're digging up every source, crossing every T, dotting every I. They are very worried about not screwing this up. Very. They want to bring that sword of truth and make sure it is shiny and clean. Three of Pentacles, and everything is by the book, and to bring the secrets out. Meanwhile, things stay secret while they're not